Imagine giving 35 years of your life to the largest surface coal mine in the eastern United States, working 12-hour shifts, never missing a day, only to have your retirement health coverage taken away from you at the last minute.
No, it's no loyalty to a guy that never was late for work, never been rode up, 35 years, 12-hour shifts counting a drive up there and a drive back.
This is the reality facing Brian Blinn and 130 other workers from Peabody's Bear Run mine in Duggar, Indiana. To understand why this has sparked outrage within the local community, you have to look at the numbers. And you also have to look at the promises. Peabody Energy is a multi-billion-dollar global corporation. In 2025 alone, Peabody reported revenue of $3.86 billion. And this was actually low compared to the past several years, where they landed in the $4 and almost $5 billion in revenue. And this follows just earlier this year in February 2026, where Peabody was one of the coal mines represented at the White House, where President Trump promised to utilize coal more and use spending for the Department of Defense in upwards of, I think, $850 million after everything was said and done. At some point, Bear Run Mine and Peabody offered an RMA program, Retiree Medical Allowance. This is an incentive that allows retirees to retire earlier so they can afford health insurance for them and their families. The interesting part is all of this was wrapped into conversations when Peabody was trying to incentivize the mine workers not to join the local mine unions, promising good relations and items like this, which ultimately should have been good deals for people. But over time, the terms kept changing.
So I went ahead and retired at 62 in August. And then I'm not even a year in, one more month I'll be a year in on retirement, that they pull the rug out from underneath me and changed the game again and said, at the end of the year, we're giving nothing.
Brian states that the account was capped at $200,000. It capped out at $65,000 regardless of whether you spent the money or not. So for an individual like Brian, he took this as an opportunity to go ahead and retire early, as he was already 62 and he wanted to take advantage of the benefits that the company was promising him. The math for a fixed income retiree is devastating. Without the RMA subsidy and medical insurance, costs completely consume their paychecks on Social Security.
My Social Security is $2,000. Health insurance costs me $2,000. That don't give me nothing to do anything.
The time when you need it the most at retirement age is something that Brian and his family have found out in a hard way.
My wife just found out she's got liver failure. We need insurance bad.
Which brings up the central question: should companies like this have the right to promise things to their employees to get them to retire early and then take them away after the fact? Well, as all good big companies do, they made sure that they legally cover themselves. As I was looking through some of the paperwork, Peabody added a condition into this contract with the RMA that they had. Buried in the fine print of the benefits document is this exact disclaimer. It says, "Note, the RMA is not a vested account and the amount available for reimbursement under the RMA may be justified, modified, or eliminated by the company at any time." We did reach out to Peabody and ask a handful of questions. They didn't answer all of them, but they did provide this comment. Quote, "Following a recent assessment of our retirement health care benefits, Peabody determined that offering the RMA program is not aligned with the market competitive practices and made the decision to terminate the program. Peabody is providing advance notice to allow those affected time to plan and prepare, and we remain committed to supporting employees in their retirement planning." This does beg the question, how much time do you need to prepare for retirement when you're already in your 60s for health insurance? Looks like they gave Brian about 5 months notice to figure out how he's going to handle his wife's new diagnosis without insurance.
Well, I mean, how are you supporting me with taking everything away? That's not supporting me. Sorry, 130 people, you've ruined their life at the end of this year.
Retirees and current workers aren't going to be taking this quietly. A community rally is being organized at Gregg Park in Vincennes on Monday. Workers are reaching out to federal representatives and talking with unions to see how they can make these things better. For 130 families, this isn't just about market competitive practices. It's about basic loyalty in keeping the promises that you make. We will keep following this story as more details unfold. Being said, my name is Adam Wentz, and this is Linton News. Thank you.